3, 2, 1.
I ain't lying to you. I'm coming. You know, that's neither here nor there. Well, it is kind of here and there. It's everywhere. I like nipples. You better care, damn it, or I'm gonna break the kneecaps. Hi, how you doing? Thank you very much for coming in and watching my video. I appreciate it very much. Hi, thank you. Hi. Today I'm going to be working on the 350Z twin turbo project on the intercooler piping. Yeah! You are tuned in to Ryan Campbell, Soup to Nuts. I'm gonna have to fab up some intercooler piping for the 350Z twin turbo project. The other piping doesn't fit, like, basically at all. It was I couldn't get it to fit properly, and if I could get it to fit, it would be so, like, out of place that something probably would happen. Something would probably hit it, pull on it, or it would come to slide. Like, something bad would happen at some point. I have a feeling, you know, when things don't fit right, like, bad things tend to happen to those things that don't fit right. That's just how the universe works. Okay. Before I get to showing you everything and get to the actual work, if you like this video or like me or like watching a stupid idiot, subscribe down here. Yeah, subscribe. Give me a like, a thumbs up. Thumbs up is the same damn thing. Don't forget to hit the stupid bell too, because apparently YouTube is crazy with that. Hit the damn bell. Alrighty, let's get to the car. The intercooler piping that doesn't fit is, and it's a shame because it's all nice and powder coated and whatnot, but the piece that don't fit is this piece. I'm not going to fully try to put it in here, but I'm just trying to give you a bit of a visual. So that piece kind of goes there, and then this end down here wiggling, that goes into the intercooler there. That's the coupling. It's not on right now, but it goes into the intercooler down there, and then this end here is supposed to go into that rubber coupling. The problem why it doesn't fit, what changed, when I mocked it up, this is a stupid thing on my part, I admit. When I mocked it up, when I test fitted everything before I had it powder coated, after I had the pipes remade, because I had to have the pipes remade. For those of you who don't know, the previous car was an accident, I pulled a lot of this crap off, but this on the previous car, the passenger side front is like where the impact hit, so the previous piping got bent to hell, so it was hard to kind of match it up of the previous piping. But anyway, the mistake I really made is I didn't put this line on when I was test fitting this piping before I got powder coated. This is for the power steering, and as you can see, it has, like, you know, it's like a rubber line that goes, you know, into a hard line, and it's like a big hard loop, and it kind of, you could tell, kind of clogs up this area a little bit. So this was coming a little straighter because this wasn't in the way, and this, you know, part down there wasn't in the way. So this is coming a little straighter, and then I was able to finagle it and get it to basically fit. But now that it kind of has to kick a little bit, it's damn near impossible. So, with that being said and explained and shown to you, I got some new piping here. So I got a piece, I got two 90-degree elbows, 1, 2. I got a U, and then I have two straight pieces. This should be what I need to get everything done. So, basically, I'm just going to start at the turbo and just start working my way down. So I'm going to figure out how long to come out. I'm probably going to do things a little bit longer. I could always double cut. But once you cut it too short, then you have to get a new piece welded on. It's more difficult. And I'm not the welder, so I'm taking this to the Dynamic Performance to have Alan weld this for me. But, you know, if it's too long, I can cut it myself and just keep rolling. I got these pieces here. These are from Vibrant. I mean, there's tons of companies that make, you know, aluminum piping. It's 2-inch piping. But this is from Vibrant. And then we got the Mr. Rigid chop saw down here, metal chop saw. So I got it out. You know, I hardly use it, so it was kind of tucked away. But probably gonna do the cutting outside of the garage. But you know, I'll show you the equipment that I'm rocking with. That's the good old Big Bertha. I'll probably show you like how I'm gonna line up and do like the first couple of like cuts, like where I'm gonna make the lines and measure, like how I'm gonna do that the first couple of pieces. And I'm probably not gonna bring the camera back and forth. I'll probably just show the camera of cutting the pieces. And then once I get it, basically things kind of lined up, I'll come back and I'll show you how everything is fitting up. And if I'm having any issues, I'll show you that as well along the way. But I don't know how this is going to go. Your guess is as good as mine. But let's do this. Alright, I got the upper radiator pipe in place. I did have to trim it. The Koyo Rad is in a slightly different location than the stock radiator. So I got this fitted up because obviously that's going to kind of play a part of how this piping goes. The stock coolant tank, I'm probably going to have to do some aftermarket one because it sticks over into this area a little bit and kind of in the way of the piping, so I'll deal with that later. Even if I have to kind of fab some kind of thing up myself or whatever, it's just a basic tank that just holds a little fluid and just has two ports, one for the overflow and one for, you know, the rubber hose that goes to here. So I'm going to deal with that later. I already found a couple online that might work. I might order one. It's just like $30. So I might order that, and it looks like it should fit. I might have to do like a standoff or a spacer or something like that to be able to bolt it into place because it's obviously not a factory situation. But that's not a big deal. That's neither here nor there. Well, it is kind of here and there. It's everywhere. So what I'm going to start doing... This is the turbo outlet. This is where the piping is going to come from to go to the intercooler right here. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to work my way from the turbo down to the intercooler where it goes into the intercooler. So I'm just going to work from one direction to the other and just slowly make cuts. So what I'm going to start with, this is a 90. I'm going to start with, kind of get this somewhat situated where I kind of want it to be going down. Like basically, you know, somewhat where I want it. And then I'm going to measure from the end of the 90 into the coupling how far the pipe will go into the coupling once you clamp it in. So you don't measure to the edge of the coupling because it has to go in to be able to clamp in. So you have to go past the edge. And I'm probably going to cut it an inch longer just to give me a little play. Just to give me a little something to work with because I might have to, you know, cut each cut 2 or 3 times. Because I'm going to make everything a little bit longer because once it's cut, I'm screwed. So I want to kind of get it close to where it needs to be and then, you know, make, you know, a few adjustments as I go. So basically that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to start here and I'm going to work my way down this elbow. Then it's going to go down. There's going to be another elbow to come out and then a U to go to the inner core. So I'm just going to work my way from one end to the other. So this is... about there. We're about 8 1/4 inches, so I'm gonna cut it 9 1/4. So I'm just gonna keep working my way, and then if I run into problems, I'll bring it back here. But if not, I'll show you, doing some of the cutting on the saw. What I'm gonna do. got it all cut up and fitted up. I forgot to turn the camera on when I had it all fitted up. I took it, I had it all kind of taped together and put in place, but I forgot to get the camera out to show you. But I mean, you'll see it, you know, once it's tack welded together. I had it kind of taped, whatever. But I took it apart because I had to clean it up. There's a lot of sharp edges, so I kind of sanded them down, grind them down to make it nice and smooth. But basically, this is coming out of the turbo right here, coming out of the turbo, and then obviously this isn't like the proper positioning, but goes into this 90 to go straight down towards the ground. Then there's coupling, then there's a little piece that keeps going down to get the length proper. Then it goes into a 90 here. So that turns, and then it goes into these two pieces were the U. I cut the U in half. So now it's half a U. Whatever, it's an L. They're L's now. Get the L's! So then it goes into this piece, and then these two are going to go together, and then this is where it goes right into the intercooler. So that's basically the plan. So to show you how I kind of have it marked out for Alan at Dynamic Performance, I have them numbered, like for the joints. I also here I wrote coupling there because there's where the coupling goes. I wrote turbo there, and then here you can see I wrote intercooler. I know the shininess is kind of screwing up, but it is what it is. But this is how I have it marked out for him. If we get the camera to operate. Here we go. You see those little black marks? There's 1, 2, 3. So those little black marks, so I have 3 black marks on here, and I did the same thing. So all the black marks will line up. So I just have the, you know, wherever there's going to be, you know, to line it up. Here, honestly, I probably even need to make marks because it's just a straight extension. So as long as it's straight, we're good. So I'm going to get him to tack weld everything together, and then you'll see it next once I have it tack welded together, fitting it up to make sure everything fits correctly, make any adjustments if I need to. Hopefully everything fits, but if we have to make adjustments, I'll go back, have him, you know, I'll cut a tack, reposition, etc., have him retack. But I'll probably just show you the tacked up version, you know, next when I get it back from him in the car. So you'll see this tacked up in the car next. But a little time is going to go by on my end. On your end, it's just going to be a few seconds, and you're going to see the tacked up version put up in the beast. So I got it all tack welded together now. I got it back from the boys at Dynamic Performance. I know the focus ain't working quickly enough, but so it's tacked together. So that's kind of, see, that's that section, and here's the upper section tacked together. So now I'm taking those two pieces and gonna fit them up here, and I'll bring you back, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it fits good. So then I could take them back to get re-welded, or not re-welded, to get welded. One thing I do have to do on the top of the upper pipe, for the there's a vacuum hose that goes in the top of the charge pipe, so I just have to mark that, and then he's gonna put a nipple in there. I like nipples. Like a bug in a glove and a rug in a glove. That's not how the saying goes, but you get the picture. So that little X is where there's going to be a nipple that goes there for this vacuum hose. So that's what that X is for. It fits. I mean, obviously everything's pretty tight here, but it gets through. Right here, depending on the pipe sitting, it kind of almost touches the power steering line here. So I think on the power steering line, I'm going to take a fuel line and wrap around this and zip tie it on there, just so that way there's rubber in between, so they don't rub into each other. But then, see, it goes down there. I ain't clamp it off yet, but it's in place. And I put the filter on. I ain't clamping it on yet. I just wanted to kind of make sure that it was going to fit. And then, as you can see here, that's straight up. So the pipe comes down, and it goes towards the front of the car. And then, boom, right into the intercooler. So now, gotta take it back to Alan in Dynamic Performance, have him do all the final welds, because it's just tack welded right now. He'll drill the hole for the nipple, he'll weld the nipple on, then he'll get it back to me, and then I'll take it from there to powder coating. Hopefully this goes fairly smooth and quick, because everything's in place. He just has to finish the welds out, so hopefully it doesn't take too long. The powder coater has a pretty quick turnaround time too. So this is really only the big thing left to get the car started. Hopefully the car starts, fingers crossed, because it's a stock ECU with this twin turbo car. But hopefully it starts and runs good enough I can get up on a trailer to get it to the tuner. But this is the only hole up. I just have to check fluids, just do final check stuff. I actually do have to put the other charge pipe that goes here. I'll put that on, and the other intake manifold, which honestly that'll take like a half hour, 40 minutes, something like that. So that's not a big deal. I'll do that in the meantime while this piping is making its way around the world. That's the next step. So next thing, you won't see me doing all these errands, crap, whatever. Next thing you'll see when I get the piping back from powder coater and doing the final installation of it. And in the meantime, I'll probably have all this on. I'll have the new intake manifold, the main charge pipe that comes from the intercooler here. It goes to the throttle body. I'll have that on and ready. And the only other problem I actually have is radiator hose, which I should figure out in time. It actually, because I think on the Koyo Rad radiator, like the port of the bottom is slightly closer to the driver's side of the car. And it actually moves a little further, so it kind of pinches this into one of the intercooler pipes. So I need to kind of jog it over somehow, some way. I'll figure that out in the meantime. I could start the car without the radiator and coolant and all that in it. I'm probably actually going to start it without the coolant in it, just that way if there's less fluids I have to dump. I'll just start it and then turn it right off, and then once I know it's running or whatever, then I'll do all the coolant and all that crap. But this is only other major holdup as far as getting it tuned. Because obviously you're going to need coolant in it, because they get a little rev happy doing that stuff. So next you'll see, piping will be powder coated, and I'll be putting it into the vehicle. Ryan here from the future. To prove it for the future, did you hear how long it took me to say that word? That shows I was saying it. I don't know if that made any sense or not, but I said it. Can't take it back now. Don't take backsies. I actually forgot to film put the rest of the intercooler back in after I got powder coated and welded up and everything. But it did now. But I actually had to take a few things back off the car. That's for another video coming in the future. You'll see. Good, bad, indifferent, whatever. I had to take a few things back out. What are you gonna do? But anyway, I'll show you the piping, and we'll do see more evidence that I'm from the future. I ain't lying to you. Ignore this. I was just filling up the radiator. But here's the upper pipe. See it going to the turbo there. It's all tightened. I got the hose coming from the boost controller going into the intake. So that's that. See it going down here. The coupler here. This is where the two different pieces meet. They meet at the coupler. This is all tightened up. Then it's going down. And it comes around here into the intercooler. And that's all tight. It's just too tight. That's what she said. That's actually what he said. I want to make that a thing. That's what he said. Let's make it a thing. So that's that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. So get my evil action going, my little shady action, just, you know. Hey, watch out, hide your wife, hide your kids. I'm coming. So got the intercooler piping all done and wrapped up in a nice, neat little bow. I actually did have to pull, that's one of the pieces I had to pull back off. It was the intake pipe, the charge pipe, going from the intercooler to the throttle body. That's off right now, but that you'll see what's going on in upcoming videos. So just stay tuned and be patient. Patience is key in life. Get out of here, bug. You're bugging me. Get out of here. Yeah. So had a rough road with that, but it fits great now, and hopefully it's going to be awesome. It is. It's gonna be awesome, damn it. So coming up videos, a few things left to do on the 350Z turbo project. Got a few other things left to do, then startup video coming shortly after that, so stay tuned for all that crap. Also had to do replace alternator on the Murano. That's probably coming after all the 350Z stuff. I'm trying to get, you know, a lot of this 350Z stuff put out there. So the Murano's going to be whatever. That doesn't need to be included in the timeline. Who cares, right? You care. You care, don't you? You better care, damn it, or I'm going to break the kneecaps. Crack! Alright, so stay tuned for more stupid videos from yours truly. Please like, comment, subscribe down here. Really appreciate it. Hit that stupid bell and set the notification bell to all so you know when so you don't get a kneecap broken. You don't want a broken kneecap. It ain't fun. I don't speak from experience, but I've been told some things. Stay tuned for all that crap. And don't forget, drive fast. Take chances.